You're listening to Braless Watch, where a mother and daughter team offer their own opinions on watching TV through a feminist lens.
I'm Beth, the mom.
And I'm Lily, the daughter.
Welcome to Braless Watch, where TV watching gets a whole new perspective. Clothing is optional.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good day.
Pretty good day, and spring started. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, but that means allergies.
True. I have been suffering.
So, are we ready to talk about today? Because this is a lot.
It is a lot. I'm excited about it. This is a new endeavor for us.
It is.
We haven't done a dark comedy before, so
No.
Yeah.
I would categorize this more as dark comedy and a thriller. It's both.
Horror?
There's a little bit of horror to it.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about the show called Happy, stylized with an exclamation point at the end. It's a wild show, and it is not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart, and not for children. Please do not let children watch this.
PG-13 minimum. I
wouldn't even do, no.
Maybe even older than 13. It's almost.
I'm 48, going on 49, and I was disturbed by what I saw.
There was a lot.
So, yeah. But yeah, Happy with an exclamation point.
Yes.
So it was released in 2017 on the Sci-Fi Channel.
It's our second sci-fi one, and we didn't even plan that.
No, we didn't plan that.
That was on accident. Sorry, everybody.
We were just going by genre. It's based on a comic book series that was created by writer Grant Morrison and artist Derek Robertson and adapted to a live-action screenplay. It's set in New York City and takes place over a 3-day period-ish. You kind of lose your sense of time in this show as far as how it's moving along. The story's moving along. We went back and forth on how to describe this, but we described it as a dark comedy action television series. Is that how you? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, with a mix of thriller and horror parts.
Yeah, there's some comedy horror. There's some gore.
Yeah, there's parts where you laugh and you're like, I'm not supposed to laugh at that because that's not. Yeah. It's not. Shouldn't be funny, but it is.
Yeah, it definitely plays with the edges of your emotional range.
It does.
Yeah. So if you're not up for that, please do not watch this show. I definitely want to recommend that you
taking breaks. If you don't binge this show,
no, don't binge it. Take time to watch it. Take time to enjoy it, and try to be in the best mental health space that you can be to watch this. Please, yeah. Okay, so it was directed by several episodes were directed by Brian Taylor, also Wayne Yip, David Procharka. Don't know how to say that.
Okay.
All directed in season 1.
Yes, because we're only talking about season 1. I didn't specify that
1.
earlier. There are 2 seasons. We're only talking about the 2017 season 1.
Season 1.
The second season came out in 2019, and then it was canceled after that.
It did. Which, darn, because that's a really good storyline, I think.
I mean, I can't personally. So, both you and I have watched this before.
Right.
Personally, I don't remember exactly how season 2 ends, so I don't know if it's a bad thing or not. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure I remember everything that happens in season 2.
No. I know season 1 because I just watched it.
Right, yeah, of course. So this is not to be confused with another TV show called Happy without the exclamation point.
And there's another show called Happy?
There was another show called Happy.
Oh my gosh.
It's in the 1960s. TV sitcom. It was in black and white. And it's about a couple who owns a hotel and has a baby. And the whole premise is the show highlights the thoughts of the baby about the situations that are at the hotel.
Weird.
Yes. It's an interesting concept.
That is an interesting concept.
Maybe someday we'll come back and revisit that.
Are we gonna have to watch
But I didn't
that?
want to mix the two up because they are completely on different spectrums of the comedies, genre.
Yeah, those are very different. Wow. Okay. Didn't know there was another show called Happy.
Didn't either until I was doing my research. And I was like, oh, okay, we got to mention that.
Yeah, we do.
Should I get into trigger warnings?
Yeah, let's go into trigger warnings.
Okay, folks, buckle up.
Brace
there
yourself.
are a ton of trigger warnings. I'll try to take this slow and not do it too fast. I split it up into different categories, so just bear with me here. So on the visual side, there is very gory and graphic depictions of blood, guts, whatever else can come out of a human body. it happens. Erratic camera angles and motion, flashing visuals, lights, hallucination depiction, mutilation of a live human body, desecration of a deceased human body, use of firearms, gun violence, torture, murder, physical assault, smoking, drug use, car accident depiction several times over, animal cruelty. These are a couple of the two that I thought were important because I found them to be disturbing, and that is New York City Twin Towers is depicted in a little
it's a very brief scene.
It is a brief scene, but you do see them.
You do see them,
and that could bring up some
feelings. It's from a snow globe.
It is a snow globe, yeah. And then consumption of meat, live fish, and I found that to be disturbing.
I'm going to be honest. He didn't actually eat live, raw anything. I don't know what they use, but I want to know.
I don't know. I just kept saying, it's a prop, it's a prop, it's a prop in my head.
It's a prop. I don't know.
That I was more disturbed by than the blood and gore.
Blood and guts, fine, sure.
Yeah. Okay, in audio, there is excessive expletive. There we go. Thank you, neurodivergent brain. Excessive expletive language. So just know that there's a lot of cussing. And yeah. Okay. Under children, because there are children actors in the child actors. Correct myself. So there's child endangerment, child confinement, child abuse, kidnapping, missing children, child exploitation, and child and human trafficking.
Yes.
Okay. Under mental health.
Oh my God, there's still more.
I'm only halfway through.
Oh my God.
Mental health. There is suicide depiction, completion. Alcoholism, end of life situations, depiction of mental decline, exploitation of the infirmed, racism, bigotry, sexism, discrimination, cultural and immigrant bigotry, cultural appropriation, generational trauma, and mental health support.
Wow.
Yeah. The last one I have is sex and nudity.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of that. They don't stray away from that.
No, everything's on the table. Literally on the table. Okay, so under sex and nudity, I wrote sexual acts depicted, prostitution, full nudity, partial nudity, lewd behavior in public, BDSM, kink representation, sex toys are depicted, and implication of rape or sexual assault.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Yeah. Are you done now?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I try to be as thorough as possible.
I mean, it's a lot, and hopefully our audience enjoys that or is thankful for that.
I've had to scrub my brain now.
Yeah, we've been watching light TV.
Yes, we have. I would recommend that. If you're going to watch an episode of this, let's counter it like you do with alcohol, right? You counter it with something that's not going to.
Yeah.
That's going to help you.
Drink water.
Drink water. Yes.
You got to drink the water.
My goodness.
That's a lot.
Okay. Ready for the cast?
Sure.
So I picked the main people. I know there's a lot of cast members in this.
There's a lot.
I didn't go into some of the side characters and stuff, although they are super important to the storyline. So I just tried to stick with, because it's a huge cast.
It is. And a lot of the stories intertwine.
Yes. Yes.
They're very twisted.
And you'll understand why as the episodes move along.
Yeah, as you watch. Yeah, you watch the first episode and you're like, why are we learning about this other side? And then you realize, oh.
Also, you feel like you're like, wait, did that ever get answered?
Yes.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of questioning, and you're like, wait, what about that?
This?
Didn't get answered.
What about that?
Yeah.
So let's get in the cast.
Okay. Nick Sachs is the main character, played by Christopher Maloney. Amanda Hansen, played by Medina Singhor. Hopefully I'm saying these right. Haley Hansen is played by Bryce Lorenzo. Happy is played by Patton Oswalt. Love my Patton Oswalt.
So Happy is a imaginary unicorn.
He is blue.
We'll
blue
get
unicorn.
into that.
Very Bad Santa is played by Joseph D. Reitman. Detective Meredith McCarthy also is called out as Mary in the show too. Played by Lily Mirodjnik. I don't know.
Okay.
So sorry. There's a J in there that doesn't look like it belongs. So sorry, Mary. Little Lily. So sorry, Lily. Jessica McCarthy is played by Laura Poe. Smoothie is played by Patrick Fischler. And Sunnyshine is played by Christopher Fitzgerald. Did I miss somebody that you wanted on there?
I think Blue is the only other one you didn't.
Oh, I skipped over him.
You skipped Blue.
So sorry. He's on here. Francisco Scaramucci, quote unquote, Blue, is played by Richie Coster.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. He was listed. I just skipped over him with my visual. Sorry.
It's okay. But he was the only other like main
He
character.
is a main character. Yeah.
He's a big character in this.
Some words about the character. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you have the cast, let's talk about the show itself real quick. So basically, it starts off with Nick Sachs, who is a drunk and a pill popper.
Yep.
He's consistently faded. That's the word for it, or cross-faded, which is mixing alcohol and marijuana or other substances together.
Wow, I learned a new word. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah, it's not mixing it in like the same vessel, right? It's not mixing it in.
Oh no, you just chased it.
Yeah, it's mixing it within your body. So he's consistently faded, which it's a wild character. There's a lot to him.
Yeah.
But he is a hitman, basically, at the very beginning. And he gets contracted, sort of, by an imaginary friend called Happy.
Right.
From his he didn't know daughter.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, his past comes up and slaps him in the face.
It does.
By a blue unicorn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that side. And then there's also dealing with Blue and Haley being kidnapped. Haley's the daughter. So there's a lot of story to this. And it's a lot to delve into.
I mean, it explores how complex humans are.
Yes, it's a very complex show.
How complex their emotional capacity is.
Well, and it also shows how complex just the world is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because as you watch the show, you think Blue is the top guy, and he's not.
Oh, no. No, he's barely a middleman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although he likes to think differently.
Right? He thinks he's top, but he's not. So.
Yeah.
That's a little description of the show. There are some supernatural elements as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. They have like the whole gambit of supernatural, alien.
It's possible alien, yeah.
Right?
There's not a lot of answers for those things.
Nope.
They just let them go.
More questions come right there at the end.
Because the main story is Nick Sachs trying to save his daughter. That's like the main story.
And the imaginary friend helps him.
Yes, and the imaginary friend helped him.
That's a very saccharine description of this show.
Yes. It's a very simplistic, sweetened version of that.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
There's a lot that happens.
Very much so. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. I was interested in the show exploring how fear is both used and embraced.
Mm-hmm.
And how that you watch the pendulum between characters and how they choose when to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Or that they even have the capacity to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So it was interesting to see it from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
Because fear is very powerful, right? It's very powerful for humans to either capture or bow to, I guess.
Well, and you realize that most of the cast is fearful of something as you're watching it, except really Nick Sachs. He's not really scared of anybody or anything. He's fine with death. That's like one of his things, or he thinks he's fine with death at least.
I mean, he embraces fear and utilizes it as a tool.
Okay.
Or maybe he doesn't even have any fear.
That's what I was saying.
Because he dumbs himself down and numbs it.
Yeah.
With drugs and alcohol.
The world has jaded him, and he just doesn't want to look at the world anymore, which is why he continually stays faded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And nothing's too dark for his purview.
Because he's already dealt with a lot of dark.
Yeah. And that actually comes up in the end when Happy's describing his own experience by hanging out with Nick.
Happy gets changed.
Poor Happy.
Happy changes. So let's start with characters. Why don't we start with Amanda? So Amanda's the mom of Haley. We'll talk about Haley next.
Haley's the one that gets kidnapped. Yeah.
And Amanda has been raising Haley as a single mom for 10 years now, because Haley's 10. And now Haley's been kidnapped, and she's having to fight the police and fight for everyone for someone to pay attention.
Right. To listen to her.
To listen.
Yeah. And the more that she investigates her own daughter's disappearance, the more she learns that it's bigger than what she had originally thought.
Right. It's not just somebody kidnapped her daughter. It's
right.
Way,
it's not just some
bigger.
boogeyman neighbor down the street that just wants to, whatever. It's way bigger than that. She's caught up in a net.
She got caught in a net.
It was a net that was out on purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
But Amanda is very strong, and she continues to fight, which is something that is not shown that the other parents were doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
They were letting the police handle it, quote unquote, which the police weren't doing a damn thing. And she knew that because her ex-husband, Nick Sachs, was a cop. She knows how inept the cops are.
And how much they're influenced would be the right word.
They're corrupted.
Corrupted is a good word.
Yeah.
By
paid off
mobsters, which isn't explicit in the show, but there is an underring.
I would say mob. I think it's sort of stereotyped mob because they're quote unquote very Italian.
They are, yeah.
It's stereotyped. It's not great, but that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's bigger than she thought.
Yeah, way bigger.
Yeah.
And so Haley gets kidnapped. So let's talk about Haley real quick. Haley grows over the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She sees a lot.
She sees things a 10-year-old should never see.
Correct.
Specifically a 10-year-old girl, but 10-year-olds in general, yeah, should never see the things that she saw.
No.
But she has she has combined perseverance both from her mom and then this sort of use of fear as a tool from her dad. And so and the actress does a really good job embodying that in her facial expressions and her body language. Yeah. So
especially as she quote unquote grows over the time, because when at the very beginning she's just a scared little girl for a while.
Right.
And then as the show goes on, she gets really strong. Yeah. She's the one who leads the charge to try to get everyone out. Doesn't work, but she tries. She also flips Smoothie off. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, no, I did.
It was very good.
Yeah. Her little finger.
Right. 10 years old.
I'm sure the actress was like, hey, I get to do this today. Yay.
Right? Several times.
Right?
Shall we talk about Meredith?
Man, poor Meredith. I mean, we don't find out till later how far her life has been influenced and impacted by the choices. This is why I put generational trauma in the trigger warnings. This is one of them. There's another instance of this too, but how much she's been impacted by the choices in her family.
Yeah.
And her own choices, because she became a cop because her dad was a cop, because she didn't know all the information. And if the parents had told her the truth, especially her mom, if her mom had told her the truth, it would make her unsafe, number one. But then also it would have required the mom to have let her daughter go and be safe somewhere else without her, because the mom was never safe. Well,
so you find out that Meredith's dad was being threatened by Blue using Meredith as a baby.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't know, 2 months old.
Yeah.
And he tried to leave. He was going to go quit, leave the force to pick up family and leave.
He tried to get out.
That was the plan. And it did not work.
No.
He didn't even make it to the police station to quit.
But it shaped Meredith's life.
It did. And it shaped Jessica, the mom.
Mm-hmm.
It shaped her life too, which she had some kind of career. Because I don't know if you noticed, the little vignette at the beginning of one of the episodes, I can't remember which one, but of singing the Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
Smoothies
okay.
in the band.
He is in the band. I was very confused by that whole thing.
That's why. It's to show that
she had a life before.
Well, she had a life before, and she had connections to Blue already.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
He wasn't picked out of random. She wasn't picked out of random.
Right.
There were already connections.
Caught in a net.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Meredith has been stuck under Blue's thumb her whole life.
Mm-hmm. Whether she knew it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What other character do you want to talk about?
What other female characters? I'm focusing on the female characters.
Right?
Fuck the men. Isabella.
Oh, I love Isabella.
Let's talk about her. So
she struggles so much to be.
She does.
I don't want to say fake is not the right word. To be the masked Isabella, the one that's in front of the camera, the one that's the
reality
feisty Italian,
show.
The reality show, wearing the makeup, has the ponytail, like has the neck movement, like all that. She struggles with that and being just generally human.
Right. She struggles with that, with the reality side, and then her trying to be, a mom and a sister and just part of her family. Mm-hmm. Right. So Isabella is Blue's sister. Mm-hmm. And at the very beginning of the show, Blue puts a contract hit, which Nick Sachs plays out on 3 of her 4 boys. Mm-hmm. The 4th boy, the youngest, was not supposed to be there, but he was. Mm-hmm. And fired. And of course, Nick responded with shooting him too. Mm-hmm. So all 4 of her boys died in one instance. Mm-hmm. And Blue put the contract out on that.
Right.
So her own brother killed her sons.
Right. The uncle killed his nephews.
Yes.
All 4 of them.
And she's trying to reconcile with that while still being on a reality TV.
Right.
And then she also has to deal with the supernatural element of her youngest boy disappearing, the body disappearing.
Right.
Right. So, but she arms herself with fans rather than anything else.
Right.
Because Blue arms himself with guns and men behind him.
Right.
She arms herself with fans and being famous. What does she say? Hold on, I have the quote for that. It's in episode 7. These mugs may fear you. I don't, because I know all the secrets. I have all the receipts. So you better buy yourself a pair of paparazzi shades because you're about to become very famous. And that's straight to Blue.
Yeah.
She's not putting up with him. She knows everything.
Right.
She's crazy strong trying to put up with all this bullshit.
Right. And grieve.
And grief.
Her babies, all her babies had died.
She only had 4 kids.
Yeah.
They're all killed in one swoop.
And she got so irritating. She got no support from the people that are supposedly the closest to her.
Right. The people around her.
Right.
So the reality show people,
the reality show people, the director, and then all of the people in the show, which are her, I think, family members or sisters.
They're not
family
family members.
I don't know who they are. There's Blue's wife is in there too.
No, she's
I think. No, no, she's not.
No, she's not.
I got her mixed up with the other blonde. So sorry,
blonde.
actresses.
Yeah, no.
Apologies.
No, Blue's wife wanted a divorce at the end, which is fair. No, those are just. Think of it like Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of a reality show they were doing.
Yeah, that's the kind of idea that they're doing. So it's not all in the same household. It's not all the same family. It's multiple wives coming together. So, yeah. They're not the same.
Didn't.
There's no support.
No, there's no. They're so masked, right? They're so built up this persona that they're buying into that so much that they've removed themselves from their emotional selves. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I have a hard time trying to figure out how anyone could distance themselves in that way.
You do whatever you want to do
purpose.
to be famous,
I guess.
Well, and the other thing is that show was live, continuously live.
Yeah.
So Isabel was always on camera unless she kicked them out.
Right.
Which she did when she went to go see her boys.
Right. At the morgue.
At the morgue.
Yeah.
Well, after she got seen, after she saw them all.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Because she took time to grieve a little bit.
She did. And so she relied a little bit for her grief, right? She tried to rely on her heritage. Mm-hmm. And so she went to, I'm guessing.
Her nonna.
I don't think it was her nonna. I think it was just an Italian witch. But I'm not sure. It wasn't clear.
No, it was not clear. But you know that Isabella had been going to her for 20 plus years or whatever. I don't remember how many years, but she's been using her for that amount of time.
Excuse the dog sneeze.
You're going to get an occasional dog sneeze.
Sorry. He's got allergies too.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any more big names. I've got a few small ones, but
I mean, are those the main?
They're not main. Those are the main women.
Women characters. Oh, I'll tell you which one I want to talk about.
Who?
the fortune cookie boss lady. She has a very, very tiny part, but I was like, you just lay into him, lady.
Right? So that I have that in my inequity section because Sax walks into this fortune cookie factory, and he sees an old guy in traditional Asian flair. Yeah. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Apologies. And he's like, that's the guy. That's the guy who's running this place. And so he goes up and talks to him. He only speaks Mandarin. And so then the actual owner comes out, or whoever's running this place. She comes out and is like, he's old and senile. Grandpa, go to bed.
Right?
Go get changed. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And shoos him out. And then Sax is like, I'm looking for the man in charge. And she's like, you're looking at him. His response is just, oh.
He doesn't learn his lesson, though. Because she continually puts him in his place in this small scene.
Right?
Just consistent. Like, you're an idiot, right? That's what their whole face is like that.
Well, and he keeps putting down her profession, the whole fortune cookie thing,
the belief system that she belongs to, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her cultural stuff. Yeah, all of it.
Rather than just, I need these answers. Okay, thanks. That's it. No, he puts her down.
He's a complete bigot and asshole in that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she helped him. But there was something in her belief system, I think that, or also in what she was sensing about the whole thing, that she needed to help him.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly. I'd have to go back and watch the scene again. But I was just really impressed with her. Like,
she was not putting up with him.
No, she was not putting up. And he looked like shit.
Yeah, he does. He looks like shit.
And probably smells awful.
Yeah.
Based on what he's been through by the time he gets to her.
Right. There's a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's one of the smaller characters I wanted to talk about. So some of the other small characters I wanted to talk about was the sex worker at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So she's used again in episode 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prostitute. Yeah.
Yeah. Sex worker
Sex worker. So
sex
sorry.
Worker. Yeah. Well, and she helps him in multiple ways, right? And it seems like at the very beginning, because she's there, he has one contract to kill her first client that we see her with.
Right. He actually booked the next hour.
He did.
Apparently.
And she starts asking him questions, and then he says, yeah, I'd be tickled to death to have that conversation with you right now, but I'd prefer to talk to you about how you're going to pay me back, because the guy before him was about to kill her with a hammer.
Right.
And it sounds like he's doing some kind of sex ploy to try to get something out of her. That's not it at all. What she has to do, help him, is set up the now dead guy in the next room
Yeah.
to pretend to be him.
She's used as bait.
She's used as bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he goes back to her for help.
Right?
At least he pays her that time.
And then her conversation with Meredith, right? When Meredith is investigating the murders of the 4 boys.
Yep.
And I mean, the 2 women barely see each other as women.
No, Meredith is so jaded because of how much she's seen, number one, and how much the system that she's in is not helpful.
Right?
It's not helping anyone. She's not going to solve this murder. She knows that. She's not going to solve anything. She can't.
Yeah.
There's too much corruption. She can't do anything.
Yeah.
So she asks her questions and she's done. And she makes sure she gets home.
Yeah.
She's like, take her home.
Yeah. It didn't book her or anything.
No, they just take her home.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. Also, why put her in a system that doesn't support
right? Just take her home.
any kind of
And they can't prove she was doing anything for money.
No.
So take her home.
Yeah. Basically, she's just a witness at this point with a lot of blood on her.
Well, as she said, what did she say? I didn't take down this quote, but I remember it in my head. She says, "I'm covered in everything that can come out of a guy. Can you take me home?"
Yeah.
That's what the sex worker says.
Yeah. And it's completely true.
Yeah, it's completely true. Especially by the end of the day.
Yeah. Oof.
Yep.
That was a pretty good scene, actually.
Yep. The two sex workers.
Together.
Or the sex worker. And then she comes back and she has a line of what she won't do, which I found to be a great thing that they added.
Oh, for the sex worker?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are things that she will do. Obviously, she was wearing, what was that, a bear suit or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was wearing some sort of outfit. Yeah.
Wolf? I'm not quite sure. But she's like, I won't do Santas. I won't do Santas. But you need to go to the North Pole, which is a strip club.
I mean,
she ends up helping him anyway, but still.
Right?
So there's two other people. Speaking of the North Pole, let's talk about Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
It's claws with, like, talons. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you find? How did you find her to be?
She was very interesting. Very knowledgeable and very aware of her surroundings, which I'm not surprised.
So, lifelong sex worker.
Yep.
Probably hasn't done much else of anything.
Possibly, right?
Right.
Because it's also hinted that she was one of the elves.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
She was one of the elves that helped kill that guy.
Oh,
which was
wow.
the dad of
wow.
Very Bad Santa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he was touching kids.
Yeah.
And they were not having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how that wraps into the story of the the child trafficking, right? Mm-hmm. I wonder how all that ties in. Like,
well, we don't find out
how many years has this child trafficking situation been happening.
Well, we don't know, and it can't be for too long, right? Because Sunnyshine has not been around that long.
No, but if it's not Sunnyshine, it's somebody else.
True, but in this specific case, and also Very Bad Santa was not old enough yet, right? Because he was still a very young child when his dad died.
Right.
So she's just very aware, Mrs. Claus is, of her surroundings and keeping track of things that happen.
So I'll ask you this. Are you surprised that Mrs. Claus has ethics in her...
Surprised? No.
...ability to say yes or no to certain things?
No. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. She's been around long enough to decide where the edges are.
Right?
Of those decisions.
You have to know where the edges are, yeah.
I think that's the main theme that I got from this whole show, was that every person, every character is exploring their edges of what they'll say yes to or no to.
Right.
And so, yeah, I have a question for you, but it has to do with Nick, and I didn't want to get off the women yet.
Well, I have one more set of women I wanted to talk about, and that was the internal affairs ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They're so corrupt.
They played bad cop really well and very...
Good copy?
Good copy. Yeah. It was like clouded in good cop, right?
Right.
you can trust me. Here's candy. You
Right.
know, that kind of.
It's very, very much like that.
They did a good job. They
Yeah.
did a good job. The actresses did a good job portraying that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very corrupt. They are completely bought by Blue because Meredith has to go see them because she has been trying to help find Haley.
Right.
Which is not her job. She's homicide, which means that she's only supposed to be looking into the 4 brothers' deaths.
Right. They also come across as that they know more about Meredith than Meredith knows about Meredith somehow. It's like they know some of her history. They
know enough about her dad.
Yeah. But that's leverage.
Yeah.
To get Meredith to stay in line.
To stay in line.
Yeah. I actually have a quote from that scene. Because they asked her some questions and stuff, and she's like, what are words for when no one listens anymore?
Yep.
She's kind of hit the wall of answering to anyone.
There's no reason to answer. You're not going to listen.
Right. So what questions do you want to ask me that I'm not going to answer? Kind of. That was kind of a clap back. So, yeah.
I had that quote too.
Yeah. Just, it's interesting to me that it's about people, right? And not just women or men or whatever. It doesn't matter how you identify. It matters how you view your own ethics, belief systems, your morality, if you want to call it that. Like, where are your edges? And how do you choose right and wrong? What is right and wrong? Like, it gets in a philosophical conversation. The show does. That's what I found fascinating.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of questionable things that happen and a lot of dark places that the storylines go. But that can be okay. It's okay to explore those things as long as no one else is getting hurt.
Yeah.
Question mark? Because, I mean, you know, I know I'm talking about people being murdered and stuff like that in the story. But and meta way of, or that's not the word. Meta is small. What's the bigger? I don't even know. So when you pull out a little bit, maybe it is meta. When you pull out a little bit, though, it's the creators are the ones exploring this. So they're not harming anyone. These are just characters.
Right.
So, yeah. It's interesting to just be able to talk about that exploration philosophically.
So those are all the major and minor female characters besides Blue's wife, who has very little scenes. She's normally yelled at, and then she asks for a divorce at the end.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
is
not
fair.
sure she got it, though, because...
It's possible she died. We're not quite sure.
Yeah, again, another open-ended thing that we never get any answers for. Yeah. So, yeah.
So what was your question about Nick?
So my question about Nick is Nick a quote-unquote good guy? Because we hear this all the time in media, right?
Right.
What is the definition of a good guy? What is the definition of a good human?
Right. And yes and no. It's both.
Right?
It really is both.
He lives by his own accord, right? He doesn't live to anybody else's belief systems. He doesn't adhere to any system in particular. He was in that. He was in the cops. He was in that system.
He was. And then he got removed because they planted evidence.
Right. And then, so that happened. And then also just the system of society. When he goes to visit the homeless man to get a picture drawn, right?
Right.
He can talk to that dude.
Yeah.
Because essentially he's also homeless, right? And there's...
Yeah, we don't see him... Well, we do see him go home. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there were people there. Anyway.
There were people there. I forgot about that.
So it's not that he protests the systems.
He does. And you really get to see that when we get this flashback, right, to when he's a cop. And you have the domestic violence situation.
He crosses a line there.
He tries to protect her.
Yeah.
He tries to protect her and her child.
Yeah.
By threatening him. And that doesn't work. He still ends up killing her and the baby.
Yeah. The guy.
The guy does.
That Nick was trying
because I think it's because that guy knew Blue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all wrapped up in the same thing.
It's all wrapped up to Blue.
Yeah.
And that's why they planted evidence. Because Sachs went too far, quote unquote, and killed him.
Yeah. Killed the guy who was beating up on the child and the woman.
Because it was his mistress.
Right.
And he should be able to do what he wants.
Yeah, I had that down as my notes. As he referred to her as his side piece.
He did.
So zero respect. Also was very, very upset. Angry, ragey about her getting pregnant.
Like it's not his fault. He's a part of that too.
I mean, this is part of patriarchy.
Fuck that. No.
Men are absolved of their responsibility.
No.
Apparently, we're just walking uteruses? Question mark. So, yeah.
I denounce all that. No.
I denounce it too. But yeah, Nick turned in that moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was the same.
Well, and we don't know if it was that moment, right? But we know it's close.
I mean, based on the storyline, we can surmise that that's probably the moment.
But there's also probably other instances where this has happened or something similar.
Yeah.
And he's just had to put up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when he murdered that guy, the domestic abuser, when he murdered that guy, there was so much rage that had been pent up. Mm-hmm. And he just took it upon himself to make a statement.
He did.
And protest that, right? And I think that's where he turned his fear, if he had any beforehand, turned his fear around and was like, fuck this shit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
He didn't care about losing his job at that point. He didn't care anything anymore.
Yeah, he didn't even care about losing his own life.
No. Yeah.
It was the same day, it was the same day that Amanda came to talk to him.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And she tried to talk to him.
She did.
And when he came home, he's like, I can't talk to you because of what he had done and what he had seen. That day.
It was really more about what he had seen.
Yeah, it was
rather than what he had done.
And we are not going to, please, I don't want to talk about that.
We're not going to. But it was more about what he had seen rather than what he had done, which is why he didn't want to have that discussion. He didn't want to talk about having another stocking on the mantle.
Right.
He didn't care.
Right.
He didn't want that.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bring a child into this world.
Right.
He had seen too much.
Right. That's why I was thinking that particular day was like a turning point for him in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Because that's about when Amanda was done too.
Yeah.
Because she had seen how close Saxe was to Meredith, because Saxe was cheating on Amanda with Meredith.
Right.
And she saw that. That was sign number 1. Sign number 2, he doesn't want children, even though she's already pregnant. Mm-hmm. And it was just, she couldn't even talk to him about it.
Yeah, and we learned later how their lives, the Amanda and Nick, began. Right, they were basically feeding into each other's debauchery, for lack of a better word. Bit. Yeah, it's just addiction and alcohol and just basically lots of self-harm.
Yep. Yeah.
But together, they were co-regulating that. They were co-depending on each other.
And then when Amanda got pregnant, she couldn't do it anymore.
No, she had something to protect.
Exactly.
And something that was a symbol of her own future.
But it was just larger than her.
And Nick couldn't be a part of that.
No. Yeah. As she said, what did she say when he finally goes to see her? She said, I'm sorry, look at the dumpster fire of your life that it has become and ask yourself, how could I rely on you?
Right.
Because he was trying to ask her, like, why didn't you reach out? And
to what, though?
Right.
What does he represent?
For what?
Yeah.
She also says during that, I've done everything I could in the last 10 years to keep her from being your daughter.
Mm-hmm. Didn't work, though, because she
fantasized
about wanting that the father
she did
in her life. Yeah.
Which is why she ended up sending Happy to go find Nick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We haven't talked too much about Happy.
We have not, even though that's the title of the show.
I know. We haven't talked too much about Happy. Happy is very childlike because he is an imaginary friend for Haley, who's 10. So he's very childlike and has childlike views of the world, which contrasts Nick's actual world.
Oh yeah, the actual world period, right?
Yeah.
Because he lives in Haley's world, and Haley's world has been protected and modified in a way that it doesn't look as horrifying as it is. Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely a big contrast between the two of them. Mm-hmm. And boy, does Happy get an eyeful, literally.
He really does.
Within hours of being in Nick's purview.
Let's talk about costuming.
Okay. So I was fully impressed by the costuming. Mm-hmm. From Sunnyshine to Bad Santa to the internal affairs ladies. Like, all the costuming is just on par. Like,
it really is.
They got really good people to really bring to life the visual manifestations, makeup, all of it. Just really good. I was super impressed by it all. The animation was awesome. Like
the bright and happy animation that is happy, and then you have the dreary parts that is New York. Because this is all set in the New York underbelly, right?
I mean, yeah, and then you get a chance to get a glimpse at the top of what that might be, because we get to visit Sunnyshine's office.
Right.
And, you know, what money can buy you, that kind of thing. Also, the opulence of the Scaramucci home.
Right.
Right. The locations were perfect. The costuming was perfect. One of the other things I was super impressed by was the music overlays. Just awesome. Just absolutely awesome. The level of art that has been produced with this show. I wrote chef's kiss on my, because I didn't know how else to say it. It's very good. It fits really, really well. You're not questioning when it was out there, you know,
right?
Or why was the makeup like this? Like, that gets super distracting if it's not tight, right?
Right. And they did a really good job, but also it's realistic. It's not all glam.
It makes sense. Right. There's logic to what's happening.
Sunnyshine is more glammed up than Meredith or Amanda, right? Because Amanda's not going to live her life being super glammed up. Isabella, on the other hand, is.
Right, because she's running cameras all the time.
She's in front of cameras.
And she has the name. She has the Scaramucci name she has to uphold. Yeah. Again, being a part of systems, right, and committing to those systems or consenting to those systems. It was very much reflected in the costuming. When you get Bad Santa, he's a child in his cognitive, for the most part, but he's an adult. He's an old man, basically, older man, and
he's covered in things, tinsel and candy canes and things.
Anything Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And it makes noise when he walks.
He wasn't always like that.
No, he was not always like that.
I don't know if you caught that. Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Because Blue tried to get Sax to work with him, to work with Bad Santa before.
Right. Years before. Yeah. And in Nick's addled mind, he's like, I knew that guy's face.
I've seen him.
So, yeah, the costuming, even Nick's costuming, he's running down the street in a hospital gown.
Roughly the same costume the whole time.
Basically.
It's the same overcoat, same pants, and the Feliz Navidad sweater.
This is why I think...
scarf.
Yeah. Yeah, his scarf.
His scarf that he continually flicks over his shoulder very dramatically.
I think that's him going, okay, what's next now? You know, right. Like bracing himself for the next thing, whatever that is.
It's very dramatic.
He's like, I'm okay. You know, that kind of situation. Even though he just got flown out of a window or got in a car accident or got stabbed or whatever the heck it is. Dude should not be alive.
No. He would not have lived if it were real life.
Right? Yeah, definitely some artistic license there.
Oh, God, yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definite parts where he would not have lived.
The actor, I mean, is just phenomenal for this role. Like, I'm
which is really interesting because he's known for Law and Order.
He is known for Law and
being
Order.
A cop.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a way from like, if you take the craft, right?
Right.
This was likely a way for him to explore some edges of his own as an actor and figure out, okay, can I even pull this off? And the dude is physically fit, older, but physically fit, and was able to do all the things. I don't know what, I didn't look up whether or not he did all the stunts, but
probably didn't.
Not all of them, but he did a good portion of them, you could tell. So yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I was really, really impressed with the whole
a lot of it
combination
is like
of direction
slow-mo,
and all of it.
A lot of it's like slow-mo fight scenes.
With the Christmas music overlaying.
Yeah, with Christmas music overlaying.
Yeah.
But that's what it normally is, because that reflects its origins, right? The comic book.
It does. Yeah. Not only that, but it also, and I can get into this with the, I have some trivia later, but
okay.
With the slowdown, it makes the audience, bear with me, people, it makes the audience enjoy the violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
She put that in quotes, by the way.
I did.
She put enjoy in quotes.
I did. So I have a little carrot for you at the end, though.
All right. There's more to come, I guess.
Stay tuned. So what do we got next?
Anything else you want to talk about with anybody else?
Character development.
We've done that.
I know. I was looking over.
Is there any inequality stuff you wanted to talk about?
Just one thing about the inequality stuff, because they did really good on casting.
Yeah.
New York is a plethora of cultural. I mean, there's a few cultures they didn't even touch on.
I mean, it's a melting pot, just like America is supposed to be.
Right, and Nick travels through the melting pot, basically.
He does. He travels through New York to try to get answers.
Right. So there's a lot of cultural references and appropriation and things like that happen. So the equality part's pretty good, actually. There is no LGBTQIA representation per se.
No, there's not. I'm not sure it was necessary to the storyline.
No.
It's not. If they were or were not, it's not important.
Right.
Because that's not what the story's about.
Right. One thing I will say, though, is that they could have added like a trans character or something like that as the sex worker and made it tropey.
They could have.
They could have done that, and that would have ruined the whole show, right? So I'm glad that they didn't decide to do that kind of thing, because that would have really just turned my stomach. But so they did really well in that area. But
making any of the other characters besides Blue, that would have been weird. Because Blue is supposed to represent like the American dream, right?
Right.
He has the family and the kid and the house and the da-da-da-da-da.
Lives in an HOA.
Lives in an HOA.
Yeah.
Yes, that comes up. Don't ask why.
Watch the show.
Watch the show instead. No, he's the only one. It would be weird if it was LGBT. Otherwise, fine.
Yeah.
Now, any other character could have been.
Any other character could have been, and also all the other characters wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have mattered.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. So I don't think it matters to the storyline anyway. Right?
It doesn't.
There was no importance for it. Now that's to turn into this where there is a possibility, and I don't have any like experience with this because I don't identify this way, but there is a possibility that there is intersex representation for one character. So there's
Are you talking about Smoothie?
Smoothie, yeah.
So, well, the only thing I would say about that is that Smoothie, we don't know anything about Smoothie. We don't know about any of his past. We don't know. So it could have been an accident that caused the issues. It could have been so many things. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know Smoothie's past.
Right. We don't know his story.
We don't know his story.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure the audience knew that there was some kind of representation of...
Or possible representation.
Possible representation of mixed body parts. Let's put it that way. So, yeah. I just wanted to sort of highlight that a little bit. Because there is no explicit LGBT.
No.
But there's also this little bit of, like, again, the show leaves you with these questions.
It leaves you with so many questions. I have to say, this is not the worst show that leaves you with questions. I have seen some other shows that are more question filled.
Oh, yeah.
Each episode leaves you with questions and you're just like, I don't.
And there's no arc to get them answered?
No, there is.
Oh.
It's slow.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm talking about a show called Evil, if you've ever watched
Oh,
that.
okay.
I know you haven't, but
I have not watched it. We will likely cover that.
yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that was, it is heavily heteronormative though, the storyline and everything.
Yeah.
Which kind of leans into the comics and where that comes from. And it was written by men. It was produced by men. It was directed by men. Like, yeah. So, I mean, for us to take a feminist lens at it and we get as much as we did, I'm actually surprised.
We got a lot.
Yeah. So I'm happy with it.
So I have some miscellaneous stuff from just things that were said, things that were mentioned, things that popped up.
Right.
So starting off, miscellaneous, nitroglycerin tablets.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is an actual thing, and it is actually used to treat angina, which is chest pain.
Yep.
Which is something that Nick deals with.
Basically heart seizing. Yeah.
Yes. It's used for people who have coronary artery. Gosh.
She's not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. Coronary artery.
Coronary. It's not a canary. Coronary artery. What's next?
I'm going to cut all this out.
Why? I think it's funny as shit.
Coronary.
There you go.
Artery disease, which is narrowing of the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart, right? And so you're supposed to use it before you know you're probably going to need it.
Yeah, it's like a chronic condition, so you have to take them on time. And
you're
it's a
supposed
medication to keep it from happening.
You're supposed to take it before you do events that could cause it.
Mm-hmm.
Nick does not do that, obviously.
Right, it's like a precursor to a pacemaker, basically.
Right, he does not do that. So that's the first thing, is that nitroglycerin tablets are real. He does actually use them.
Yeah.
That's the main thing of that. So this next one is from episode 2, Jerry Springer.
Yes. This is before he died,
It
too.
is.
Yeah, I was happy to see him on camera. I was like, aw.
Right. So Jerry Springer was a broadcaster, journalist, actor, lawyer, and politician.
Mm-hmm.
He was a politician. So he had a show called The Jerry Springer Show, which is what this was sort of parodying. And it ran from 1991 to 2018. 27 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep doing that. Apologies.
That's because we watch British TV.
I know. So it was originally a political talk show.
Really?
It was. And it wasn't doing so well. So it was reformatted to be tabloid talk show.
That's hilarious.
Which is what we sort of saw on the show.
That is hilarious. Okay.
So it was called Trash TV, and they just embraced it.
Yeah.
And they started the show by saying, we're the worst TV show ever. And just got on with the show. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That was their thing.
Yeah. But Jerry Springer was a good guy.
In general.
From what I remember, he was a good guy.
Yeah. Okay. It also in episode 2, I forgot to mention this one. Geraldine Ferrero. So that's mentioned by Jessica, the mom.
Oh,
Meredith's mom. She's like, Geraldine Ferrero is going to be the first American president. First female president.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Please don't bring that into fruition.
It can't be. She's died in 2011.
Oh, good.
Geraldine Ferrero was an American politician, diplomat, and attorney. She served in the United States House of Representatives from 97 to 85, was the Democratic Party nominee for the vice president in 1984, running alongside Mondale, Walter Mondale.
Okay.
Yeah. She was the first female vice presidential nominee representing a major American political party.
Okay. I was getting her name mixed up with somebody else, so apologies.
I'm about to say.
Had her. This is what neurodivergent brains do. So sorry.
But yeah.
And sorry to Geraldine and her family.
I'm
glad you're good peoples.
Right? So, episode 3, Gimbel Brothers.
Yes.
Yes. Because Gimbels isn't around anymore.
It was a thing, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
I
American.
thought I recognized it. Yeah,
It was an American department store.
yeah.
Its rival was Macy's.
Yes, that's what was coming to mind.
So they operated from 1842 to 1987.
Dang,
Yeah, really long time.
45 years.
They also created the company was also known for creating the oldest Thanksgiving parade, the Gimbels Thanksgiving Parade, which originated in 1920 in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Which is why Macy's still does the Thanksgiving parade, because
The
Gimbels did it before, and they were rivals for a really long time.
And now Macy's is like, I've got the baton.
Basically.
Okay.
Also in episode 3, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
So that was the movie that was playing on the TV,
Right.
when Amanda was trying to talk to Nick
About her pregnancy.
Mm-hmm. So that's the movie that was on there. So it's from 1946, American Christmas fantasy drama.
Mm-hmm.
It was produced and directed by Frank Capra. It's based on the short story and booklet called The Greatest Gift, self-published by Philip Van Doren Stern in 1943, which itself was loosely based on the 1843 Charles Dickens novella A Christmas Carol.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So the reason that movie is a Christmas classic is because the movie did so terribly and then fell out of copyright, and so TV stations were playing it for free to fill airtime.
Wow.
And now it's a classic. Ta-da!
You should see my face right now. So, and how is this juxtaposition of that being played during the time that Nick is at like a low of lows, right?
Right.
I think he's never reached a low this low,
Right.
Based on what he saw that day and what he had done that day, right? And so it's a juxtaposition of It's a Wonderful Life in quotes, right? Mm-hmm. Amanda's offering him a beacon of a future that she can't even get out of her mouth.
No.
Because he's too far gone. He's too far down.
He is.
The hole.
He can't see the light.
He can't see anything. Even the TV wasn't even something that he could wrap his head around.
He's too far down.
Right. The examination of his own life it's gone.
Yeah, he hadn't gone through that.
Because there's no value to it right now. Right. And I think part of what this story holds, the whole thing is Nick finding his way back to that. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you give value back to my life? Because I'm still fucking alive.
It's weird that it's Happy, the imaginary unicorn.
Right.
That does it.
Yeah. That leads him. Right.
That leads him there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bringing up Alice in Wonderland vibes for me. Mm-hmm. The whole show of this traveling through these darkest corners and these crazy characters and all of this stuff, and he does find his way back to where he's supposed to be, or where his future lies. So yeah, it does give that kind of vibe, actually.
You ready for my next one?
Sure.
So this is in episode 4. It's the yin yang fish. The fish he's given at the shop and told to wait.
God, that was so disturbing. I couldn't get past the whole fish thing.
Yeah, so that's a real thing.
Ugh.
And it's originally from Taiwan. And it's prepared by wrapping the head of the scaled fish, usually carp, in ice cubes, and then frying the whole thing in oil. And then the fish is covered in sauce, served on a plate, and then the head will twitch because of electrical pulses after death.
This is something I did not need to know today.
Sorry.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
My poor empathy heart.
Sorry.
Gonna have to go scrub my brain again.
Sorry.
Cleanse the palate.
Well, I can continue on because I still have more. That's not the end.
Okay, keep going. My goodness.
I have a lot of miscellaneous. People keep talking about things. Oh. So in episode 7, Sunny Shine mentions how he's been mixing ghee and MTC with his coffee.
Yes.
So adding ghee and MTC to your coffee
It's
is...
MCT.
I'm sorry. What did I say?
MTC. You mix the two letters.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And ghee is spelled Ghee.
Yes.
For those that don't know what it is, and
It's clarified butter.
It's clarified butter, and
what
it's usually in the Indian culture.
Yeah.
Across over Asian countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it comes from what I understand.
And then MTC stands for medium chain triglyceride.
Right. Which is a fat, I believe.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's called ghee coffee or bulletproof coffee, and it's a popular way to increase the fat content to potentially boost your energy and to make you feel satiated longer.
Mm.
So you don't have anything else. You just drink the coffee. Mm-hmm. So it's breakfast and coffee in a bottle.
It's a way to ruin your coffee.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But
I'm very particular about that stuff, though.
I've got 2 more things.
Okay.
Only 2. And then one of them short. So Oricus was mentioned. It's the Italian witch woman. She mentions it about Mikey.
Okay.
Because that's what's keeping him
right.
alive,
right.
quote unquote.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's Oricus is a god, or was a god of the underworld.
Ah. Okay.
And punisher of broken oaths.
Ooh.
Yeah. In the Roman mythology.
Wow. That answers some questions then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a little confused by that storyline, so that brings some things to clarity.
A little bit.
For me. Yeah.
Just a little bit. I have a feeling season 2 is going to lean on this more, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah. I have one more thing. One more.
Go for it.
Season 8. Fuck. Episode 8. So the song Stuck in the Middle with You. So that song was played during the torture scene.
It was.
This is
part of my trivia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to say your thing before I
Well, I
take your thunder?
have some quotes I'd like to share before we go to the trivia.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just do
if
your
we can
thing.
just Huh?
I'll just talk about this.
Why? Because it's going to be my trivia.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Fine.
Do me a solid and wait.
Okay.
Patience, my dear.
I have no patience. All right. What quotes did you want to say?
So Nick has a couple of good ones.
He has a lot of good ones. This is another very quippy show, where he has just quick sentences that he says and then it moves on.
Yeah, and these are quotes that actually I connected with because he's an older dude in this show, right? Mm-hmm. And you would think that his experiences and time period and stuff like that, I could connect to some of that, right? Mm-hmm. So some of the things he said, I really was connected to, and one of them was, "My life is an ever swirling toilet that just won't flush."
Yep, I wrote that one down too.
So been there. Mm-hmm. I understand what that means. I understand how that feels. I understand that you're kind of in this space of floating where there's no up and there's no down, right? Mm-hmm. There's absolutely zero way to go anywhere.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, and it just let it swirls happen. And swirls and swirls until something else changes, right?
Right.
So yeah, I get that. And so Nick also said, memories fade or they hurt. Mm-hmm. So it was this conversation with Happy that he was having, and Happy was trying to hold on to his happiness, hold on to his hope, hold on to...
He was reminiscing about times with Haley.
Yeah. And
specifically going to the planetarium to see Pluto.
Right. Nick was like, I'm not having it. Let me just pop those bubbles right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was trying to give a little piece of reality to Happy. The other thing that I found, I don't remember what episode this is, but it's later in the series or in the season. Mm-hmm. And Nick goes, "I just keep discovering new frontiers of suck."
Yes,
that is laying on his back. Yeah.
That's because he got stuck by 2 bear traps.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you happen to go through and mark all the injuries he had endured?
I did not.
Oh my God. There's
it's
so
many.
much.
He got into a car accident.
He got into 3 car accidents.
Yeah, he did. He got into several car accidents.
I want to say 4 heart attacks or angina situations.
He got his wrist cut at the very beginning.
He was
got
stabbed
at the very beginning.
Low side, yeah.
He got stabbed with scissors
in
by
the thigh.
Meredith.
He got shot.
Shot
in his chest.
But he wasn't actually shot. That was a vest.
No. he fell and slammed against concrete.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
He got into a brawl
punched.
with the Santa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so bad. Yeah, he got into so many injuries.
He is a messed up dude when you get...
He's continually covered in blood.
Continually, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The only other ones I had were 2 quotes from Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
One when she was talking to Blue, and I thought this was really like, you get him, you know. And she's talking to Blue, and you could tell the body language is she's got her feet tucked underneath her. Her arms are sort of tucked into themselves. Her arms are in, and he is sort of leaning into her. Right? He's got his feet wide. He's like very masculine and very like,
and they're
imposing.
sitting across from each other.
And they're sitting across from each other. And then she just kind of perks up just tiny, like the body language is just like short thing, right? And she goes, "Your script needs a little work."
Yep. Yeah.
She wasn't buying into what he was saying.
Right.
So I just thought that was really cool. It was one way for her to protest what he was saying without saying, "I'm protesting what you're saying."
Meredith is really good at working against people in power to get what she needs.
Mm-hmm.
And she does it with Sunny Shine too, when she's trying to get Amanda. Because she's like, I know nothing will stick to you.
Right.
But I can take you out in handcuffs in front of cameras
and
kill your career. Or you can give me Amanda.
She knows how to leverage, which being in the world she's been in and grown up in and being, oppressed by the system, she knows how to kind of use the system.
Oh, yeah.
And I misspoke. I had 2 quotes, but I already used 1 quote, so it's just the 1 quote now.
Oh, okay.
And now we can get to Stuck in the Middle with You.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any quotes I have.
Yeah, let's just make sure.
I think one of my favorite quotes, which it's not supposed to be funny, but it is. Happy says, "That's not true. I'm an absolutely delightful little ball of funshine." And Sax responds with, "I've known you less than 24 hours. I already want to kill both of us with fire just to make it stop."
Oh my God. Because Happy's the antithesis.
He is. He's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
He also says in episode what Happy does. He says, "We are in a family-sized jar of pickles." And Sax goes, "I have no idea what that means." And I don't have time to process that. I don't have time for that.
We need to come back to it.
I'll deal with that later, whatever the fuck
That's
is.
funny. That's funny.
All right. Let's go to your rabbit hole you went down, apparently.
So this is the piece of trivia, and this is not all that I have more things to talk about if we need more things to talk about. But the trivia, I got excited about the trivia.
Okay.
Because I also noticed that Happy had the song Stuck in the Middle with You while he was talking to the sock puppet, right? And I'm like, wait, that triggers memories.
Okay.
So I had to go down the rabbit hole.
So for me, just an FYI, and I don't know if this happens to you, but for me, because of it came out more recently, the song, it's a cover by Grace Porter, but comes from Grace and Frankie.
Yeah, Grace Potter, not Porter.
Oh, sorry, I didn't write it down. It's coming from my head.
It's in my trivia.
Okay, apologies.
So do you want me to just read? Because I wrote it in a way so I could just read it, because it's a lot.
Okay. I mean, I will try not to interrupt you. And
is that the only reference you have?
I know I have more. You can take it. I will let you have this trivia because you fell down this rabbit hole.
I did, and I've been talking about it for like 24 hours. So
she keeps saying, I have a rabbit hole that I went down, and I have this trivia, and it's just so much.
It's a gem. It's a gem. It's a
Okay.
very nerdy gem. So sorry, but come with me down my rabbit hole.
I am with you. Let's go.
With Stuck in the Middle with You. Okay. I'm going to read all of this out, so it's going to sound a little different than me just being organic, okay? When the character, Happy, goes to torture Bad Santa's sock puppet in episode 8, the 1972 Steelers Wheel song, Stuck in the Middle with You, begins to play. This is a reenactment of a torture scene from the 1992 Quentin Tarantino's directional debut movie, Reservoir Dogs. The trivia is that Patton Oswalt, who voices Happy, also voiced the food critic in Bob's Burgers in the Moody Foodie episode in season 2, episode 7.
Yes.
The same song was played in that Bob's Burgers episode when Patton Oswalt's character, who is tied up in a chair, is about to receive a wet willy from another restaurant owner named Reggie.
Yes.
That's not all the trivia. In both the movie and Bob's Burgers, the ear was the target of torture. In Happy, the actual torture inflicted on the sock puppet was not shown and was in the form of tickling.
It was with a feather.
With a feather. Further to the trivia, the song Stuck in the Middle with You is also the theme song to the 2015 TV show Grace and Frankie, which you just mentioned, and sung as a cover to the Steelers Wheel original song by Grace Porter. The song has also been featured in TV shows Malcolm in the Middle and Gilmore Girls. So I looked at the song because I wanted to find out, more more information about the song because I wanted to see if the song... I want to mention
real quick, it's also used in other places. So many other TV shows reference this one thing all the time.
Right, because it's a scene out of Quentin Tarantino's.
They reference this
So
all
this
the
is
time.
where it got me. So I was like thinking, does the song reference any kind of torture or some kind of something or other, right? So I had to look it up. So the original song had nothing to do with actual bodily torture, but is clearly referenced in other productions, from Tarantino's use of it in Reservoir Dogs. Tarantino has said that the juxtaposition of the song and scene forced the audience to imagine the suffering of the victim and even to possibly desire the violence taking place, making the audience complicit in the horror, which I found really interesting to be in grabbing the audience's attention and sucking you in. And you're like, wait, where the fuck did I just go? Right? Yeah,
because in Reservoir Dogs, it's he's singing and dancing while he is torturing this guy. Yeah. So my own thoughts on this, right? I wrote, I'd like to think that maybe the song is used in torture scenes, but perhaps because it is a comment on the psychological and emotional torture of producing art for others who have too much power over the production and outcome of that art. That was my own take on it. Okay.
So, yeah. And then I have more information about the song if you want that.
You have more? You have more? What the fuck?
The song itself was written in response to and inspired by the experience of a launch party for their album, their debut album, of being sandwiched between music executives and their wives. Steelers Wheel is a 1970s Scottish band, and the song was on their debut album and later released as a single.
Okay.
And I'm done. I'm very nerdy.
You really fell down a rabbit hole.
I did, and it was fun.
I just find it interesting. Yeah, it's used in a lot of places.
It is.
In referencing the Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
And it's not just Bob's Burgers, it's other cartoons, American Dad,
when
things like that.
It triggered a memory, though, because Patton Oswalt, I love Patton Oswalt. He's one of my very favorite actors. And when I hear, what I really like is when I'm watching a TV show I've never seen before, and somehow Patton Oswalt shows up, and I'm like, wait, he wasn't even in the credits.
It's almost
that's
as bad
Patton
as
Oswalt.
Jack Black. Just
it is. You're like, how did he show up in this?
Why?
But then I just get super happy about that because it just brings a little joy to my heart that, and it triggered that sort of thought process. And I was like, oh crap, now I got to go down this rabbit hole to figure out how is Patton Oswalt connected to this at all. And he's not connected to the Reservoir Dogs. He's not connected to
he's not.
Quentin Tarantino, none of that stuff.
No.
It just happened so that he was in two scenes, one where he was the tortured and one where he was the torturer. Both cartoon based type scenes, but
they're both cartoon in this case.
Right. I just thought it was interesting.
Because there were no humans in the torture scene. It's all the imaginary friends.
Yeah. So that was my little nerdy pocket.
Your trivia.
My trivia.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So I have one question for you before we end.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy this show?
Yeah, that's a
I know it's a loaded question.
Well, I was just thinking about it because I take a no, that's not even a word. Philosophical and metaphorical view sometimes because I am an artist. I have had an art career. I've had all kinds of stuff. My best friend's a rhetoric person, so we were all doing words and wordplay and puns and all of that really entices my brain and it tickles things, right? And so to have
the itch.
It does. And then you take the emotional stuff of being in the human condition, and that has always fascinated me. And shows like this, and genres like this, and art like this really pushes the envelope of that. That pushes the edges of what you could be thinking about. And I think this show is very, very creative in that, in being able to portray some of that. And to answer your question, yes, I did enjoy it. I'm not sure that
Enjoy is the right word.
Enjoy is the right word.
Yeah.
I admire it as as its own product. It's a piece of art, basically. I don't necessarily have to like the content, the portrayal, all of that stuff. There's an artist that's coming to mind that I studied when I was in art school, and that is Marina Abramovic, I believe is how you say her name. And she would push these edges. She would have art installations and things like that would, one of them was where she had, I think it was her, different things laid out where people can inflict harm on her or hurt her or touch her in some kind of way. Yeah. So she would push the edges of what humans would do, right? Given the chance, given the access, given the understanding of a system, would you participate in that? So I don't know if did you enjoy it is actually the right question, right?
It's not.
I could admire the craft. I can admire the artwork that's been put out, and all of the people that were involved in putting this production together. Like I can totally revel in that, and enjoy those parts of it. Did I enjoy some of the graphic nature of it? No. Did I enjoy some of the scenes? No, because I mean it pulled at every emotional.
It is very graphic. Very
graphic. It pulls at all your emotions. This is why you have to be in some kind of good mental state to even watch this show.
Yeah, that is the recommendation.
I would not watch this show, say, during the winter months when I have sad. That's just not, it's not a show that I would pick.
No.
Because it would bring me down further, I think. So.
And I wouldn't watch more than 3 in a session.
Oh, no, yeah. I would be very, very mindful of the consumption of this kind of genre, for sure.
And you got to make sure to clean your brain.
Yes.
Scrub it out a little bit.
Scrub it out before you go to bed. We don't want any...
no nightmares.
No nightmares.
Yeah.
I'd like to end this episode making sure that you have access to National Hotline for Mental Health. And that phone number is 1-800-950-6264. If you find yourself feeling any kinds of ways where you want to harm yourself or others, please give that number a call. There is value in this life. So
there is.
And we need you to listen.
Yeah. Hello. So who else is going to listen?
Right. Just stay here with us.
Stay with us. Listen to us. We'll babble and make weird comments. It'll be great.
Right.
And we'll fuck up words. That's just what we do.
Yeah. And make you laugh. Hopefully. So hopefully you enjoyed our little commentary about this very dark comedy.
Yeah. And it was difficult, especially with, it not being centered around females really.
Right. Yeah. Main characters are men mostly. But I would say the females are not forgotten. They're
not just one-dimensional.
They're not one-dimensional, and there are females in power. They don't have a lot of power, but neither do the men. So
no, they think they do, but they don't.
think they do. Yeah.
So
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care of yourselves.
Love yourself.
Show some compassion. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.